All right, today we're going to dive into a really powerful idea, one that could totally change the way you approach, well, pretty much everything you do. It's called the art of detached action, and we're going to see how it can bring a whole new kind of freedom to your work.
So let me just start by asking you something. Do you ever get that knot in your stomach? You know, that pressure where the only thing that seems to matter is the final outcome, the perfect score, the big promotion, the win? Where you're so afraid of getting it wrong that you're almost paralyzed before you even start.
Well, that feeling, it's a trap. And honestly, it's a trap a lot of us fall into in our modern world. We're going to call it the results trap.
I mean, think about it. From our jobs to our personal projects, we get so fixated on the result. And all that does is create this constant low-level buzz of anxiety about succeeding, and of course, a much deeper fear of failing. And man, it is just exhausting.
But what if I told you that the solution to this very modern problem isn't new at all? What if it comes from a philosophy that's thousands of years old? Let's explore this ancient answer. The idea is called karma yoga, sometimes known as the path of action. Now, this isn't about being lazy or just not caring. No, it's the complete opposite. It's about learning how to act with total dedication, to go all in, while, and this is the crucial part, letting go of your attachment to what happens in the end. So you might be wondering, okay, cool concept, but how does that actually work? Well, it all starts with one simple but really profound principle: understanding our right to work. The core teaching, which comes from Krishna, goes like this. You have the right to work, but not to the fruits of work. Just let that sink in for a second. It's suggesting that the only thing we ever really control is the action itself, the effort we put in. That's it.
So what exactly are these fruits of work? In our world, it's everything that happens after the work is done. It's the praise you get from your boss, the money you make in a project, the public recognition. And yeah, it's also the failure. According to this philosophy, all of that stuff is fundamentally outside of our control.
So if we actually embrace this idea, how does it change things for us? Well, this is where it gets really good. This is where we find freedom in action. Because once you truly internalize this, once you shift your focus from the result to the work itself, a massive mental shift happens. Let's just look at this shift side by side. On one side, you have attached action. That's how many of us operate, right? We're full of anxiety. We're scared of failing. But on the other side, you have detached action. Here, your entire focus moves to the quality of your effort. And you know what comes with that? Real freedom from all that stress.
So how do we get there? It really boils down to a new mindset, and you can think of it in 3 steps. First, learn to enjoy the process itself. Find your satisfaction in the doing, not just in the potential reward. Second, recognize that your effort is what builds character, way more than any temporary win or loss ever could. And finally, when you do those things, you find freedom. You find the ability to work with total dedication, but without that crippling weight of expectation.
Now, it's really important to clarify something here. The word detachment can easily be misunderstood. It doesn't mean not caring, and it definitely doesn't mean escaping your responsibilities. Not at all. True renunciation, in this sense, just means giving up your claim on the outcome. It means you still show up, you still do your duty with everything you've got, because the work itself is what truly matters.
Okay, let's bring all this together. What is your big takeaway from all this ancient wisdom, and how can you actually apply it, like right now?
I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Imagine the project you're working on right now, or that big goal you're striving for. What could you accomplish? What kind of creativity, what level of quality, what kind of genuine joy could you unlock if you freed yourself from the outcome and focused only on putting in your absolute best effort?